Good morning, guys. Andrew here with Food and Travel 360. Currently we are on our way to the Tokyo Skytree, and that is the tallest structure in all of Tokyo. And later on today we have a lot of exciting stuff planned. We have the Senso-Ji Temple. We're going to walk around the Asakusa area, go to an owl cafe, and we're also going to do a Japanese style kaiseki dinner with live music later. So that's going to be really exciting. The weather today is gloomy and it's supposed to rain too, so hopefully the weather will hold up for us and hopefully we can get a good view. But we're on our way to Skytree now, and we're going to get some lunch at the top of the Skytree. Alright guys, so we just made it to the Skytree. In front of me is the Skytree if you want to look up. It's really tall. Again, it's the tallest structure in Japan. Don't remember how many meters, but when I get up there I'll let you know. And we're gonna walk inside through these this hallway of stores that you have to, I guess you don't have to go through them, but they're really nice. We're gonna walk by them and we're gonna make our way up to lunch. Okay, so we're inside where all the shops are now. As you can see, they already have all their Halloween decorations up. Looks very inviting, very colorful, very festive. You got all sorts of shops. To my left, you got, looks like sweets and pastries. To my right is a cafe. You got like a little, like a pharmacy almost on my left. Clothing on my right. I got a whole assortment of shops over here. It's great. Coming up on my left, there's even, looks like a fish store, which is awesome. They're really beautiful. Let's go and take a look real quick. Wow. Looks like they got some a saltwater tank right here. Really nice. And they got an assortment of freshwater fish as well. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. Looks like some snacks on my right. Looks like a souvenir shop. Shoes. I don't want to keep going on and on, but you get it. There's a bunch of stuff here. It's really awesome. Okay, so we just made it through security. We are at the base of the Skytree now. We're en route to the elevator, and that's going to take us up to the 350th floor. Yeah, 350, so this is going to be really high. Wow, we were going up at 600 meters per minute. That's pretty darn fast. We made it up here, I think, in less than a minute, so let's go check out the view. Alright, so as you guys can see, it is pretty packed up here, but I'm going to try to make my way over to a window spot as best I can to get you guys a nice view. This is a 360-degree deck, so you can walk all around and get the entire view of Tokyo basically in every direction, which is pretty cool. Right, it looks like we have a small opening right here. Let's squeeze in. I don't know if you guys can see as well as I can, but you can probably see for at least 4 or 5 miles. I think on a clear day you could see even further, but we got some clouds. It's not too bad. It is sort of gloomy today, so sorry about that. But I mean, you can still see the river right in front of you, and just how crowded the city is. I feel like everywhere you look there's buildings. I really don't see much green area. There's a couple small parks here and there, but you can tell that Tokyo is really a very populated city, a very modern city, and it's definitely very crowded. Alright, just a little tip for you guys when you do come visit. So the elevator brings you up to the 350th floor, and it can be quite crowded. I made it down to the 345th floor, which is really only one floor, I think. And it's much less crowded here, but you can still get the great views that you can get up on 350th floor. I mean, it's just a one floor difference, but it still looks amazing up here. And then on the 345th floor, there's also the Skytree shop, so if you're going to do some souvenir shopping, there might be some cheaper options downstairs, but if you're looking for, you know, a very authentic product, you can consider going here. And the prices aren't too terrible, they're still reasonable. So we just made it to the restaurant. It's called 634 Musashi Sky Restaurant, and this is located on the 345th floor that I was just talking about. They have some set course menus, and we're going to enjoy a nice view while eating. Alright guys, so we just sat down here at 634 Musashi, the Skytree restaurant. To my left here is an amazing view. I mean, you can't even put a price tag on that, but you do get a 4-course meal, and I think there's an option for a 5-course meal as well, but the pricing is not too bad. The pricing is going to be just around $50 USD, and that's with tax included. And I haven't mentioned before, but in Tokyo, tipping is not a thing. They don't tip in Tokyo. They might charge you for a service charge, but it's usually just tax. So the value is definitely there, especially with this view. This view, I can't get over it. I mean, as you're eating, you just get to enjoy this, and it's not like, you know, you have to get up and leave in 5 minutes. This is a full lunch set meal, so we're going to be enjoying the view for a little bit. So they just surprised us with a soup, so I guess it's going to be a 5-course today. This is you guys can see, this is a sweet potato mousse with homemade potato chip on the inside. I guess the sweetness comes from this swirl of maybe like burnt caramel on top, but the actual mousse is like very potatoey, very starchy, almost like a mashed potato paste, if you can imagine it. And we're going to go in for this chip. It's really crunchy. It is also a sweet potato chip, but it complements the soup very well. Our appetizers, our assorted appetizers just came out, and as you guys can see, it looks really fantastic. The presentation is fantastic. Starting on my right here is a tuna with a miso mustard sauce, and this middle is a sort of like a deconstructed sushi. It's sort of like sushi but done their own way. You have salmon roe, sushi rice, and little pieces of nori on top. And right here, last but not least, is a mozzarella cheese croquette with a tomato basil sauce, and you got a little bit of prosciutto on the bottom. Okay, so let's start with the tuna. Real nice. So the outside is cooked, just seared on the outside. The middle is entirely raw. It's almost like sashimi almost. And the mustard sauce is it's not quite as spicy as wasabi, but it still gives it a really nice kick. Next up, I'm going to try a little bit of the salmon roe sushi. It tastes just like your typical salmon roe, which is a kura sushi, but it does look a lot nicer. And I like the shredded nori, because it gives you a little more nori taste than I guess the regular piece of nori that's wrapped around. And it's a texture thing too. You can sort of feel the nori melt in your mouth a little bit. And last but not least, we're going to try the mozzarella cheese croquette. I don't know if you guys saw it before, but there's actually a little pipette right here on the side with that tomato basil sauce that you're supposed to squirt in your mouth when you eat it. So we're going to put a little piece of prosciutto on top, and just gonna one bite this guy. I'm sure you guys have had a mozzarella cheese, tomato, and basil salad before. This takes it to another level. So you guys get the smokiness prosciutto, and this tomato basil sauce is very fragrant. It works really well with the cheese. Alright, our main courses just came out, and I mean, I don't need to say anything. You can tell, just look at it. They really pay attention to detail. The presentation is beautiful. Thank you very much. The presentation is beautiful. Right here, I have this is the fish course. Let me see the menu. Fish course is a codfish poel. It has a clam and mussel in a aromatic saffron soup. Over there, Phil has the other option for the main course, which is the roasted Iberico pork shoulder loin, and it comes with like a truffle lyonnaise sauce. I'm gonna dig into the fish, and Phil's gonna dig into the meat, and we're both gonna tell you how we feel about the dishes.
Pork shoulder is super tender. The sauce gives it a really nice complement. Cooked fantastically well. We also have some onions and potatoes and a mustard sauce.
Okay, so this fish cooked perfectly, very juicy, still very tender. I feel like in a lot of places, fish is very easily overcooked. It's literally a matter of 30 seconds between a really nice juicy fish and something that's dried up. So they did it right. Very good. And this is some kind of chip. I think it's some kind of homemade chip. So we're gonna give this a shot. Really thin and light, very airy, nice and crunchy. You get a little bit of shellfish here. You get some clams, mussels. Very good. Very nice main courses. Only thing I'd have to say about this is I think it'd be much more enjoyable if the sauce featured some kind of acidity. Maybe a little squeeze of lemon, or even maybe a little bit of ginger cheese to it. But I mean, it's still really good. But I think just a squeeze of lemon, the acidity would have taken it to the next level. Alright guys, so dessert has just arrived. It is they told me it's a 634 original. It is a blancmange with a passion fruit sauce syrup on the bottom. And there's even this little gold flake they use on top for a little decorative touch. It's really nice. It looks really great. It's really light and airy. So let's dig in. So yeah, that literally just collapses in your mouth. It melts. It's like it's got a little coconut flavor to it. It's like a coconut milk almost. Really light, really airy. It's literally just a cloud. It's like eating a cloud. So you got some assorted mixed fruits on the bottom. And it's not too sweet. It's a very light dessert, which I prefer over like a really heavy chocolate cake per se. Okay, to top off what was already an amazing meal, I got some hot tea, Phil got some coffee, we got some Japanese, looks like chocolate cookies, and he got cream, I got milk, my tea, and they gave us these little really cute sugar cubes. You can choose between brown sugar and white sugar. I mean, this is just another example of their attention to detail. It's, I mean, they didn't need to do this, they could just given us some sugar packets, but they went above and beyond, and the presentation is amazing. Alright, so we just finished up lunch right here at 634 Musashi. I cannot say enough about this place between the view and the food, and I think the value is really there. I mean, you get to eat a full lunch course meal with that kind of view for just about $50 a person. I think you can't beat that. So for me, this place is a must visit, but definitely got to make a reservation if you plan on coming, because they fill up very quickly. It was a full dining room when we went, so definitely make a reservation if you plan on coming. And we're on to the Asakusa area and Senso-Ji Temple next. So we've made it to the gate of the Senso-Ji Temple. This is probably one of the more popular temples in all of Tokyo. As you can see, it's very crowded. We're gonna walk down this main street with a bunch of shopping on either side, and we're gonna get down to the temple, which is right at the end. Okay, just a quick tip right here. There are a lot of souvenirs to buy on either side of the street. But if you go onto like the side streets, either like past these shops on the right or past the shops to the left, there are also many other souvenir shops that come at a cheaper price. Obviously, this is convenience, and the street is the most popular. And I'm not knocking it, but if you're looking to buy souvenirs on a budget, definitely better if you guys go down on the side streets. But there is a lot of selection on this main shopping street. So we finally made it to the front gate of the shrine. It's massive, it's beautiful. This is definitely one of the major attractions in all of Tokyo. We're gonna do a few things inside. We're gonna say a few prayers. We're gonna leave some incense. We're gonna make a small donation, and we're gonna get our fortune read. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our fortune read, and it's a self-serve counter. It's right over here. You make a small donation, and basically what you do is you shake this tumbler, and a stick will pop out, and according to the number on the stick, you will receive a fortune that you pull out from one of the little cubbies. Alright, so one of these tumblers, there's like a bunch of sticks in here. We're going to shake it. We're going to get a stick out. There it is.
Let's see what number we got.
Alright, so there's going to be a number on the stick. This number is 68, so we're going to look for that on this wall right here. Okay, so we're going to look for 68. We're going to pull the drawer out, and there's going to be your fortune right here. So this says that in your dream you met a mayor gentleman superior to thousands, 10,000 people. Now get good fortune and wonder why it was so unhappy until now. The fortune came to you like flowers smell so sweet on warm days in spring. It is a happy looking that should be celebrated. The decayed branch got flowers open again. So I guess it's sort of like a rebirth fortune, it sounds like. Which I guess it's a good thing. It's better than getting a negative fortune. So let's see how Phil does. What number did you get?
I have 28.
Put that back in. And these are community shakers, so you just want to leave in the middle for other people to use as well.
Bad fortune.
Bad, Phil got a bad fortune again. Last time we came, Phil got a bad fortune. Phil just bad luck.
Although you're in a hurry, there will be no boat to cross the river. If you dare to sail, the boat will be swallowed by high waves. You can't go ahead, you should go back to your homeland. When you get home, you will not meet any crisis and your mind will be at peace.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Doesn't make stuff good and bad.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. I mean, take from it what you will. You can believe it if you want to, or you don't have to believe it, but it's still a cool thing to do, and definitely one of the things you should do when you come to the Senso-Ji Temple.
So according to this, if I get a bad fortune,
oh, that's right.
This rack.
If you get a bad fortune, you should tie it to this rack right here, and I guess your bad fortune will disappear. So Phil's gonna go ahead and do that. All right, bad fortune be gone. There we go. There you have it. Good stuff. All right, guys. So we hit a bit of rain. So sorry about the umbrella obstructing your view, but I did get like a clear umbrella, so hopefully you can see sorta okay. But just gotta protect the gear. So we're gonna keep going. and we're gonna get some incense. Over here is where, on my left is where you put your incense, and you're supposed to waft some smoke toward you and say a few prayers. So here we are, we're gonna go to our right here and get some incense first. So it looks like it's just 100 yen for incense, which is like $1, which isn't too bad. Alright, so we got our incense, one each, and we're gonna quickly light the incense right here before we go place it over there. This is just like a really hot, I don't really know, it's probably cold in there, but it's got a flame coming up top. We're just gonna go ahead and light that. Alright, so now the incense is lit. We're gonna bring it over here. So this giant, say a giant pot, I guess. So you're supposed to place it in and then waft the incense toward you. Okay, and then waft. Okay, all set. All right, and next we're gonna go inside the shrine, and there's some beautiful artwork in there. We're gonna say a few prayers and pay our respects. All right, we're now inside the temple, and you can see in front of me there's some beautiful gold artwork inside the shrine. I'm sure that's there some, looks like some monks praying and meditating inside as well. Up, and it says no photography here, so I want to respect that, and we'll see you on the outside. Alright guys, sorry I had to cut that short, but there was no cameras inside, so I just wanted to respect the shrine. And it's still raining, but we're gonna walk around the shrine grounds a little bit just to show you how beautiful it is. It is really nice here. A lot of statues, a few other buildings, and just this little park right here is really nice as well. So we're gonna walk around a little bit. This little bridge right here, we got a little pond with some koi there. Those are beautiful. It looks like the water has a blue tint to it. I wonder what that comes from. But the fish in there are beautiful. They're pretty big, good size. We're now over here. We got like a little, I guess a mini waterfall you call it. Really beautiful, really nice. And there are a lot of signs around as well. If you want to read about any of these statues or anything, you can. There's signs in English even. So like right here, there's a sign. This is like Saibutsu Itabi, but you get the idea. There are a lot of English signs around, so you can read about what you're looking at. In front of me right here, there is like a temple. It's really nice. Let me get past this tree so you guys can actually see it. Looks like there's also a little market going on, a street mart right in front of me. You can buy like maybe some souvenirs, some snacks. But yeah, this is the temple I was talking about in front of me. It's pretty tall. It's really beautiful. I mean, I wish it was a nice day out, but even in the rain, it looks magnificent. Alright. And also, even right outside of the shrine grounds, there are a lot of small shops, a lot of things to do, a lot to see. So when you're here, make sure you don't just come to the shrine and then leave. Make sure you have a little time to explore all around, because there's some good stuff around here. We just made it through the rain to Asakusa okonomiyaki somataro, and somataro are Japanese pancakes. So let's get out of this rain and go grab some pancakes. Guys, we just sat down and we just ordered. Here's the menu right here in front of me. You can get beer, or looks like there's sake as well, and soft drinks. But what they're known for here is the okonomiyaki, which are the pancakes, and there's a lot of different kinds you can try. They have some with seafood, they have some with pork or beef, some that are vegetarian. Alright, the food just came, they're gonna help us out a little bit. Those mixing up the ingredients right now, and they're spreading some oil onto the grill. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Pizza cut.
Okay. Okay.
And sauce.
Okay.
Mayonnaise.
Okay.
And dry seaweed.
Okay. Dry seaweed. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So the kind woman just taught us the basic instructions. So we're gonna cook it on one side for 5 minutes, cook it on the other side for 5 minutes, and then flip one more time for 2 minutes. Cut it up. Add your dressing and whatnot, and then serve. Okay, so going into this, I knew what was inside of it. It's basically like some minced beef and pork and some cabbage, I guess. So, I don't know what the sauce is. What's the sauce? This sauce right here, you sort of brush it on. The white stuff is mayonnaise. Let's go in for it. So, this is actually pretty heavy. The batter is very doughy. Reminds me more of like a pastry than a pancake. The sauce is like almost like a sweet and sour sauce. It complements the pancake well. Really soft, really gooey. The inside is very gooey. It's almost like an omelet, except instead of egg, you got like some dough, maybe. It's definitely different. I've never had anything like it, so and I'm all for trying new things. So
It's a great snack.
yeah, it's a good snack. But if you're not too hungry, definitely just get one to split, because this is heavy. This is not like a light snack. Cabbage in there is nice because between the beef and the pork and the dough and the heaviness, the cabbage sort of breaks it up. The sauce is definitely what you need more of. This sauce makes it. In my opinion, it's not great without the sauce. The sauce really adds to it. I don't know if they'll like the sauce or not. Do you like the sauce?
I do think you need the sauce.
Yeah.
It's a little plain without it.
Yeah. Definitely a little more on the bland side without the sauce, but with the sauce, it's really nice. Like Bill said, it's a good mid-afternoon snack, something to hold you over till dinner if you had an early lunch like we did. And definitely if you're into trying new things, this is something different. So we just finished up right here at Asakusa okonomiyaki, Somataro. It's definitely really unique, and I definitely recommend saving this for a colder day, like today, like a raw day like this, because it's really nice and cozy in there. Between all the grill's running, and you know it's a pretty small place in there. It gets really warm, so save it for a cold day, and it's definitely hearty food, filling food, and it's really cheap. For the both of us, it was under like $13 US, which is pretty cheap. So yeah, good place. Definitely try it if you're around this area. And we're on to the Owl Cafe now. So we're coming up to the Owl Cafe right here. We're gonna head up and see what's up. They already have like an owl out front to attract customers, but hey, $8.90.
Yes, $8.90 for one person. No time limit.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Check out this owl right here. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. His name Kankichi.
Kankiji.
Yes.
Wow.
Arigato.
All right, so it's a little hole in the wall. We're gonna make our way up right now and see what's up. So we're at the front counter now. It's $8.90 per person to get in. It's roughly $8 US. And there's two little owls right here at the front desk. They're pretty cute. Okay, and a little guide to how to touch the owls. So you got to use the back of your hands. Okay.
Don't touch.
Oh, no video. Okay, no video. Alright, I'm not supposed to take videos, so I'm gonna make this really quick. But there's a few owls here, and then there's another side over here with bigger owls. These guys are all real, and there's some owls you can touch, and some owls you can't. So yeah, there's also drinks you can get. The entrance charge comes with one free drink. There's some bigger owls on this side I wanted to show you. They're the bigger owls. Some of them say don't touch, so I guess they might be aggressive. But yeah, some big, especially this one right in front of me is huge. And, the ones over here are like medium size. The ones on my right, you can pet them. But yeah, definitely a cool place. It's a little crowded, but it is also a Saturday afternoon, so I can understand that. But if you have a little extra time on your hands, entrance fee is only like $8, and you get a free drink out of it. So not a bad place to visit. Pretty cool, and the owls look awesome, so it's a win-win. Just finished up here at the Owl Cafe. It's called Jungle Cafe, also called Owl Cafe, I guess. But it was pretty cool up there. It was a little bit cramped. There were a lot of people, understandably so, because it was a Saturday afternoon. But I still enjoyed it, and there was a lot to see. And the owls are very friendly and very soft to the touch. So if you have free time, come check it out. And we are on to dinner soon. We're going to go to Kikko, which is a traditional Japanese kaiseki dinner, and there's going to be live music, so we're looking forward to that. Finally made it to dinner. It's coming down pretty hard, but we finally made it here. We're only actually a block away from the Asakusa Senso-Ji Temple, but you wouldn't know that because if you look at the outside of this place, it looks like a little authentic Japanese home you'd find in the suburbs or something. But this is the last stop for today. It's Kikko. This is the authentic Japanese restaurant with the kaiseki course meal and live Japanese music. So without further ado, let's get in. We got a Japanese kaiseki set menu. It comes with 9 different courses. I do not read Japanese, but here's the menu. I couldn't tell you what's on it, but there are 9 things on the menu, and this is the first course right here. I don't know what any of this is except for that shrimp right there, but let's dig in, and hopefully I can let you guys know what it is once I try it. Let's start with this cup. It looks like some kind of salad, maybe some pickled vegetables. Start with that. Okay, that is pickled vegetables, and I think there's some pickled lemon or orange zest in here as well. It's a nice way to start off to clean off your palate a little bit. Alright. Next we're going to move on to this this jello stuff. I do not know what it is or what. There's some stuff inside the jello. I don't really know what that is either, but let's give it a shot. The stuff inside I think is like fish and seaweed. Yeah, so this like the jelly tastes like miso. Alrighty, we just got served our second course. It looks like some kind of soup. I'm gonna try this and see if it is in fact shark fin. It tastes very similar to shark fin, and the texture is definitely really close to shark fin. I don't know if it is in fact shark fin, but If it is, then good stuff. I'm gonna go straight in for this piece of fried fish right here. Piece of fried fish. Obviously, when you put fried fish in soup, it's gonna get soggy, but it still tastes really good. This is a good soup. This is a good soup. Honestly, when they brought it out covered up like this with this thing on top, I thought it was gonna be, you know, your typical miso soup that you get anywhere else. But no, this is a pleasant surprise. Really nice way to follow up that appetizer course. So this is the third course. I'm gonna turn it toward you so you guys can sort of see it. The presentation is out of this world. I mean, there's this like twig woven basket, half basket sort of thing, and it's a sashimi course. You have tuna right here. In the middle is button shrimp, and at the end here is greater amberjack. So we're gonna go right in. This looks like really fresh sashimi. Really excited for this course. Okay, we're gonna start with the tuna right here. Okay, and this is not your. Doesn't look like your typical tuna, because I think regular tuna is like a transparent red color. This is more of like an opaque, I would say like a orangey red. So this might be a different kind of tuna. Let's give it a shot. It's nice and tender. It's a little more soft than your average tuna. Really nice. I would not say that it's better than the fatty tuna, but it's still up there. It's still pretty good. Next, let's go for this greater amberjack is what they told us it was. Looks like a maybe like a white fish with looks like it had some red skin. Looks really fresh. Let's go in. Wow. Okay. So this fish is completely different from that tuna. That tuna was sort of soft, it like sort of melts in your mouth. This amberjack, that texture is crunchy. It almost like when you bite down on it, it sort of snaps back at you. It's crunchy, it's firmer. It's firm, yeah, it's very firm. But it's still really good. It tastes really fresh, and it has a nice sweet aftertaste to it. It's really nice. I really enjoyed that. Last but not least, let's try this prawn. Button prawn, I think it was. That was really good. It was mild, and it was still actually very sweet. If you've never had raw shrimp before, when you bite down on it, it's sort of pasty, in my opinion. But it's got this nice, fresh, sweet taste to it. I think my favorite was that greater amberjack, this guy right here. It definitely caught me by surprise. This is the fourth course. We have a pan-fried Japanese bluefish. But let's go in for the star of the show, this fish right here. It's amazing. Just gonna make sure I get an ample amount of lemon on there. It's really nice. The fish is still nice and tender. I mean, I just tried to pick it up and it broke off. Cooked to perfection. Yeah, no, it's really nice. It's a little mild. It's a little more milder fish. But this is a good piece of fish. Cooked the right way, like Phil said. Still very tender and juicy on the inside, but the outside, it's got that crispiness to it that I really love. Alright, we just got our fifth course. I have no idea what's okay. Phil ruined the surprise. I was gonna surprise us all, but let's see.
Close how you do it if you want.
Okay, so it looks like we got some. I think this must be some kind of fish roe. Yeah, some kind of fish roe in broth. If you can get a close up on this, but you can see the individual eggs on there, fish eggs on there. And fish roe is a very common food in Asia, probably especially in Japan because they're so into fish. They're about to start this show, so I'm going to make this quick. So the taro and the daikon have absorbed all that broth into there. It makes it really nice. It's got that broth taste to it, really tender. This fish roe is definitely what this course is all about. It's you can taste those little tiny eggs and the springiness. It's just a little chewy. It's got a really nice texture, and it doesn't taste too fishy like you might think. It's actually really nice. Okay, now we have a very special treat. Mr. Koda and his assistant are gonna play the shamisen. Shamisen. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you. Original song, wow. Okay, thank you.
My name is Naomi. I'm a Japanese person. So nice to meet you.
So what a treat that was. I had some technical difficulties with the camera gear, so a couple of the clips were cut short, but that was amazing nonetheless. I'm speechless. I mean, this is as authentic as it gets. You're getting traditional Japanese dinner with live Japanese music. I mean, they were just so masterful with their craft. You know, they've been practicing for a long time. You can tell this is not their first rodeo. And I can't express how much gratitude I have for their staff right now, because from the service to the music to how nice they are, this is really just the entire package. Alright, here's the next course. I don't exactly know what this is. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of fried fish. This is some kind of pepper. I bet you it's spicy. Let's find out. I'm waiting for the heat to kick in. Alright, now we're safe. It's not spicy, actually. And let's, yeah, this is definitely fried fish. Let's go in for it. top. Alright, the batter is really light, almost as light as like a tempura batter. I think the fish was previously pan-seared or pan-fried before it was then again battered and deep-fried, because I can see the skin underneath the batter is browned, so it leads me to believe that it was cooked in a pan prior to being fried. But this is really nice, even though it appears to have been cooked multiple times. The inside is still really tender. Okay guys, moving on, this is course number 7. It looks like a mound of crab meat with some salmon roe on the bottom. This is fresh crab meat. It tastes slightly pickled, just very slightly. A slight sour taste to it. Actually, be the crab meat that's pickled. It might just be that sauce that's like a sour, pickly sauce. Here we go with course number 8. It is a bowl of, you guys can see, it is a bowl of udon noodles topped with seaweed and scallion. They also supply a bit of chili powder, which I love. I'm a huge fan of chili and spicy foods, so we're going to dump that right in. We're going to mix this up. Okay, let's try the broth. Okay, the broth is nice and light, and to be honest, I feel like anytime you have noodle soup, it's not really so much about the noodles, it's more about the broth. The broth is what really makes it, and this one is nice and light. It's probably got a little bit of miso powder or paste in it. It tastes a little bit like miso. The chilies definitely give it a really nice kick. And you know what? I even taste a little bit of star anise in here. And let's try the noodles. Alright, the udon noodles are still nice and firm, which is good. I never like soggy noodles, so this is right up my alley. This is a really nice way to almost end the meal. This is our 8th course. I feel like noodle soup always helps settle everything down your stomach. On to our last and final course. We got fresh cantaloupe and some hot tea to wash it all down. It's nothing fancy, but I'm still gonna enjoy it. And who doesn't love some fresh fruit? Real quick, I wanted to thank Mr. Koda and the rest of his staff for such an amazing meal, and their hospitality has been second to none. I don't want to keep saying this, but this is really as authentic as it gets, guys. If you guys get a chance, definitely come visit the Kikko restaurant. Again, this is the Kikko restaurant. It's right next to the Senso-Ji Temple, not far from a very touristy area, so it's only a few steps away. I'd also like to thank Miss Naomi Yoshita for the beautiful song that she performed for us, and I'd also like to thank Mr. Okonomiyaki Baba for the great shamisen solo that he did for us. That's gonna end this for tonight. I want to thank you guys again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel and food videos, and we'll see you on the next video.